We are live at Independence Mall here this morning. Well, today will be the most crucial day of the presidential race so far, as Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will face off in their first debate tonight. Now, Vice President Harris, she is already here in Philadelphia. She arrived last night ahead of the debate here, steps away at the National Constitution Center. Former President Trump, he's expected to arrive around 6:30 this evening. And we know that the vice president has spent the last few days practicing doing mock debates. Trump, meanwhile, has said that he doesn't really like formal preparation, but he's been holding policy sessions with a small team of advisors.
I destroy her in the debate. They'll say, Trump suffered a humiliating defeat tonight, no matter what.
I think he's going to lie. There's no floor for him in terms of how low he will go. And we should be prepared for that.
And the economy, foreign policy, and border security, those are expected to be among the key issues that the candidates will go head-to-head on tonight. And we are now just about 15 hours from debate time. And safety, of course, is a top priority. Barricades, as we said, are up around Old City and the area surrounding the National Constitution here behind us. The debate starts at 9 p.m. And the candidates, they've agreed to ground rules for tonight's debate. CBS News Philadelphia's Dan Snyder takes us through what to expect.
The much debated rules of the first debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump have finally been settled. So here's what we have. The candidates have agreed to a 90-minute debate with 2 commercial breaks. Trump won the virtual coin toss. He will deliver his closing arguments last, while Harris will be on the right side of your screen when you tune in. There will also be no opening statements. Like the June debate between Trump and President Joe Biden, there will be no live audience at the National Constitution Center. The candidates will be behind their podiums the entire time. They can have a pen and paper, but are not allowed to have any props or pre-written notes, and moderators will not share topics or specific questions ahead of the debate. Harris and Trump will have 2 minutes to answer questions, 2 minutes for rebuttals, and 1 minute for any follow-ups. Lastly, and what was the most discussed point of contention when it came to these rules, the mic will only be on for the candidate who is speaking. The other candidate's microphone will be muted. That also follows what we saw in the Biden-Trump debate earlier this year. You can see the full list of rules for the debate on our website, cbsphiladelphia.com. Back to you.
And as the debate kicks off tonight, there are going to be a lot of watch parties, people gathering together to watch the debate as it unfolds across our region, including at Temple University. Eligible college students who are old enough to vote represent one of the most significant voting blocks for both parties. Several universities tonight are hosting their own watch parties, and that includes Temple University. David Brown is the Assistant Dean of Community and Communication at Temple University, joining us live this morning. David, thank you so much for your time. Good to see you.
Good to see you again, too, Janelle. Thank you.
Yeah, and this is really an exciting time for college students. Some of them eligible to vote, others not so much. But with so much riding on tonight, you all are hosting a watch party. Why did you think it was important for the students to gather together for this occasion?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head that this is a very important election, of course, but also recognizing that a lot of our students are voting for the first time, and being able to expose them to a debate, have a community gather to talk about that, only helps to enrich their experience and inform their decisions that we hope they will make come November.
Yeah, and they'll be able to talk about it and discuss what's going on in real time. And this is also an opportunity. The university is enabling the students to register to vote at the watch party. Why was it important for you to have this push?
Well, we thought that it was important to have a certain context. So our campaign called Temple Votes is really focused on being able to have voter education, engagement, and hopefully registration, that students who are not registered will be able to be informed to get registered and to be able to understand how they can register their vote sometime in November for the election. So it's all very much part of the process for them to experience it. But also what we've seen is that if you expose students early to the power that they have in their vote, that might set them on a path for their lifetime that keeps them engaged for future elections going forward.
Can you describe for us the energy among the students at this point in the campaign season? How are they feeling? Are people eager and excited? Because, you know, a lot of times there is sort of voter apathy sometimes among younger people.
That's a great question. You know, I think that I can describe it as being energized. I think that a lot of our students and a lot of students who will be there, they were actually attended the New Hampshire primary way back in the winter time. So this comes full circle. So to recognize that they understand that they have a power within their hand to access the polls and have their voice heard, I think that it's a very much an exciting time for them. But also, I think that they also recognize that things like student tuition, things like issues that matter to them, they can have an influence on how those issues are decided and being able to stay informed and educated going forward.
All right, David Brown, Assistant Dean at Temple University for Community and Communication. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your insight this morning.
Thanks for the opportunity, Janelle.